Welcome to the Temple of Flame. On today, Faithful Acolytes, we take a look at this. And what this is from the Generals, it is the Bee Sting Spicy Honey, of course, in the always ever attractive hand grenade bottle. I believe these are, I want to say 6 fluid ounces, maybe? Yeah, 6 fluid ounces. So we've got here, we've got honey, sun-dried Carolina Reaper mash. That's interesting. And distilled white vinegar. I don't love this packaging, honestly. I mean, they obviously the dog tag here, 86% peppers. There's definitely not 86% peppers in this, and I think that's. I mean, I think that's just the other sauces. Clearly, you would not have that in this. Good Lord, could you open? I don't love this packaging. I'm gonna be honest with you. Okay, there we go. You see the cap fits kind of wonky here a little bit. Boy, oh boy. Oh, it's oh, that's because there's a. Oh, that's interesting. So that is kind of new. They used to not do that. But this it says shake well. How? how would you like me to shake it well? How shall I, sir? How shall I? I mean, definitely has a very honeyish look to it. Okay, calm down. No, my table. It's getting bombed with drops of hot honey. Yeah, I mean, it looks like a honey with a hot honey with different Reaper particulates, well, pepper particulates, but these said they were sun-dried Reaper. I think the General has a very interesting approach to hot sauces, and lately they branched out. I don't know, lately actually they've done it for a while, but there's salts and olive oils and maple syrups, and we'll be doing that one at some future point, and now this one, a honey, and I'm interested to see what they've got going on here, so let's find out. I was a bit worried when I saw the vinegar in there that they might be angling at more of a hot sauce vibe. Wonder why they didn't go with making this like a soft plastic for the honey. I mean, look, it's very, very thick, very sludgy. This reminds me actually of the Subi honey years and years, like when I was a kid, when I was a lot younger, that my mom would sometimes get for having peanut butter and honey toast, or peanut butter, honey, whatever. It's very thick. This is a very, very sweet honey. I'm really pleased with this so far. My big criteria with a hot honey is that it should taste like a honey first. I shouldn't be thinking, why is this hot sauce and labeled as a hot honey? I shouldn't be thinking that. This one I don't. It's very, very, very definitely a hot honey first. What I mean by that is that it's like a honey first. So there's a confection that's like a semi-solid thing that they sometimes have on spoons. And it's almost like it's a sort of pudding texture. That almost is where the thickness of this is at. Very fascinating. I like what they've done here. I think this is quite good. I think Shake Well is ridiculous, though. That might just be on the label. I mean, maybe that's just part of the label and they just didn't take it off. But the last thing you should need to do is to shake a hot honey. Or any honey for that matter. So, like I was saying, we got us here a little. Let's actually just get this started right now. Let's see. Yeah, let's get it started right now. Hopefully it'll have a minute to soak into the bread. I don't. So hot. My biggest reservation with this is that, like, I know you designed all these fancy glass bottles, and you probably paid a pretty penny for that, and you probably have pretty big lots of these that you have to buy and stuff. Like, I get that, but I have reservations about honey in glass, unless it's like a semi-solid honey like the YS Farms is, the raw honey that they have. This is kind of a pain. What are you doing? An air bubble in here or something? There. All right. I don't dig this cap either. Oh, especially if I don't make sure I get all the honey off the threads. I'm going to be hating life in that case. So we're just going to do a little bit of peanut butter. Peanut butter and honey is one of my favorite things. I like peanut butter and pickle quite a bit as well. What's funny is that I don't like, and I never have liked, peanut butter and jelly, because I always find it just to be too sweet. But what I'm doing here, I got a honey. Honey is not known for being not sweet, except for maybe the Manuka honey. Even that, though, I think is kind of sweet. So they gave this 3 stars for heat. I'm giving it a default 1 for heat. There is a little bit there, but it is precious little. Yeah, I mean, this is one of the better hot honeys I've had. Hands down. Unquestionably. They did a really, really good job with this. And of course, there is a whole playlist here, right here on the youtube.com, full of hot honeys and syrups that I've done, if you want to compare and contrast. I do eat quite a bit of honey, so I have it a lot. Mm-hmm. That's really good. It is melding so nicely with this peanut butter. I might have to switch, actually. I used to really like this one, but I don't know if they switched suppliers or what happened, but the last several jars I've had of this have just been kind of mediocre, actually. I mean, I guess it's a store brand. And all the grocers are looking to cut corners. And the first thing they're going to do is go to their own product line, which is already cutting corners, and cut a few more. Nobody has expectation of quality in store brands for the most part. So I might need to switch this up. But we're not really here to talk about the Kroger store brand peanut butter, are we? We're here for this. So this, yeah, I mean, this is, I would put this probably in the top 3 or 4 of hot honeys I've had. It is quite nice. The general stuff tends to be a little bit on the expensive side. And I'm sure a lot of it is due to this really neat looking packaging. My kid really likes these hand grenades, or he did. He's got all the other ones I had. I haven't gotten anything from the General for a while, so I presume he still has them over there. But, and it is 6 fluid ounces as opposed to 5. In the name of fairness. So there is actually more there, but still, I mean, the sauces do seem to be like they're a touch on their pricier side. And this hot honey is no exception. But if you are going to throw in on this, I mean, this one's a quite good one to get. Pepper flavor it definitely tastes just like a straight honey. There's not a lot of pepper flavor here. Not a lot of heat here. Like I said, I give it a default 1, but I really am more so looking for a honey flavor, more so than I'm looking for a lot of heat out of these. I've kind of given up on the heat. And part of it has to do with honey. Honey is a fairly delicate flavor. And if you step on the heat too much, you are going to ruin the honey flavor, which a lot of other entries in that playlist have done. And maybe once I get to the bottom of this, maybe once I get to the down a little bit, I'll get more of the pepper particles. Honey is fairly thick, so I don't imagine that there should be too much of a problem suspending stuff in it. But I mean, maybe, I don't know. We'll find out as it goes along. I find the shake well thing to be hilarious. Usually when I see that, it's a strong warning sign that this is going to be outside of what I'm hoping for. In this case, I think they just probably forgot to take it off, because why would you shake well? And actually, how could you? Like, it is thick enough that is not going to be possible. But yeah, I mean, pretty solid. Yeah, I mean, it's a good entry into the hot honey stuff. Like, there's little idiosyncrasies that I would prefer were different. Like, I do have a lot of reservations about honey and glass. I kind of wish that wasn't the case. I get why some companies might do that. This one in particular, I'm sure it's just because they already had the bottles. But could you imagine a nice soft, like some of those soft plastic bears? Could you imagine a nice hand grenade in that? This actually would be theoretically a pretty ideal shape for that. But I don't know if this is, this is just one more product they have. It's not their focus, I don't think so. But yeah, we'll just leave it right there. That was the General's Bee Sting Spicy Honey. Number 4. In peace, to serve the flame.